Hello everyone, welcome to Believers Eyes Academy. I hope everyone is safe, staying at their home comforts. So let us take all the precautions to contain COVID-19 and make a healthier environment around us. So by this positive note, let us start our video, and the topic for the discussion is Current Affairs Revision of month June 2020. As the prelims is going to be held on June 27th, the year back current affairs becomes very much important for us. So that is why June 2020 is the current affairs chosen for the discussion. So this is a better month to start the initial revision of our current affairs. So the category chosen for the discussion is schemes in news. So let us see which are the schemes which are important for the upcoming discussion. So the two schemes selected for the discussion are PM Swanidhi and Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan, that is GKRA. So let us have the complete discussion about how these two schemes are much important now also in the second wave of COVID-19, and how economic stimulus which we want for that kind of pandemic is provided by the schemes. So let us see what are the importance of that. So, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched a special microcredit facility. It's a microcredit facility from Swanidhi to provide affordable loans to street vendors. So, the category which is chosen for the target is the urban poor and the street vendors. So here PM Swanidhi mainly deals with the street vendors who are among the worst hit due to the COVID-19 lockdown measures. As you've seen, the economy of the street vendors have gone so down that the stimulus is required from the government to increase the development of such vulnerable categories. So that is why microcredit facility is provided by PM Swanidhi. So PM Swanidhi stands for Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Nidhi means the fund. So Atmanirbhar means the self-reliance, as you can see here. So by deciphering the name only, by deciphering the word, we'll understand what the scheme tells about. So it's a fund, it's a microcredit, as you can see, Nidhi. Then Atmanirbhar is the self-reliance. Who has to be self-reliant? The street vendors or the lower economic people whom we are talking here. So the vendors can avail a working capital loan up to 10,000, which is repayable in monthly installments in the tenure of 1 year. Then, on timely early repayment of the loans, and interest subsidy of 7% per annum will be credited to the bank accounts of beneficiaries to DBT. So 10,000 he can avail, and in the installments of the at 10% per annum, he can repay it back also. Then the urban local bodies, as I've told you, the categories which are getting a lower income in the urban areas, these people are the chosen beneficiaries or the chosen target to be developed, or the stimulus which is necessary. That is why in that conditions, urban local bodies, ULBs, plays a very major role in implementation of such schemes or such what you can say, such benefits, because urban local bodies can identify the true benefits, true beneficiaries. So then you can target the schemes and provide the microcredit facilities. So ULBs will play a very important role in the dissemination of the schemes. Then what are the key features of the scheme? See, features becomes important for us. So in your prelims, options, they play with the options where these features are picked. That is why have a note on the features properly and try to revise them. Try to make a short note of every schemes and keep it in mind. So this is for the first time in Indian history that street vendors from Peru urban rural areas have become the beneficiaries of a urban livelihood program. As you can see here, urban livelihood program, where the Peru-urbans and the rural area people have become beneficiaries to the urban livelihood program. As you can understand this one. So this is a special feature of PM Swanidhi. Then, and for the first time, microfinance institutions NBFCs, self-help groups have been allowed in the scheme for the urban poor due to their ground level presence and proximity, and the urban poor including the street vendors. So this becomes a very important point regarding the PM Swanidhi, because it is a first time where the rural area people are included in the urban livelihood program as well. So that is why this becomes a very unique feature of PM Swanidhi. Then, in order to ensure fast implementation of the schemes with transparency, a digital platform. So this becomes an example of e-governance tools. With a digital web portal, mobile app is being developed to administer with the end-to-end solution. So digital platforms becomes very much important for the dissemination of such important and lower, like there is no proximity properly who are the street vendors, or some fake beneficiaries can also come in. So that is why such important transparent tools are provided to increase the efficiency of the scheme. Then platform will integrate web portal, mobile portal app with Uday Mitra portal for SIDBI for credit management. Keep this in mind. SIDBI handles the credit management. PISA portal of MOUHA, Ministry of Home Affairs, to administer interest subsidy automatically. So MOUHA and SIDBI take care of the dissemination of this money. Then scheme incentivizes digital transaction by street vendors through monthly cashbacks. So this is a digital transaction, and the monthly cashbacks are also provided to the street vendors. So this becomes a very majorly a 4 points which are important regarding the PM Swanidhi. Then we'll go to the next scheme, that is Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan. So to empower, provide livelihood opportunities in areas, villages witnessing a large number of returnees, migrants, migrant workers affected due to COVID-19, similarly affected rural citizens. So as you can see here, both the schemes which I am discussing here are mainly due to the impact of COVID-19 on the livelihood of the people, how you can improve them. You can actually use these two schemes in your examples, in the mains examples, and write a very keen note on them. So here it is not only the migrant workers, but the rural citizens who are been widely affected by COVID-19 are also sufficed in this scheme. So then, what are the salient features of the scheme? It is a massive employment come rural public works campaign. It is a employment is also provided, and then rural public works campaigns are also been taken up simultaneously. It is similar to the MG Narega which happens here, but in a different manner, where targeted beneficiaries are searched here, and then the stimulus is given. So then the public works to be undertaken during the campaign will have a resource envelope of 50,000 crores. Such numbers are very much important. So have a key note on them. 50K, 50,000 crores are been devastated for this, and the campaign involves 125 days of work. Then it covers coverage. Coverage is the main thing which we have to take in mind. So it covers 116 districts, 116 district, 6 states. Bihar, so mainly the Chota Nagpur plateau, which we are telling about, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and Odisha. So these are the major 6 states where the people go in search of work to other states, and they become the migrant workers for the upcoming states. So that is why these 6 states are the coverage areas of Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan. So it's employment come public works campaign. So that is the main difference of a difference compared to other schemes. So the chosen districts could include 27 aspirational districts also, and these districts are estimated to cover 2 by 3 of such migrant workers. So it's a huge work, huge campaign. So that is the salient feature of Garib Kalyan Rojgar Yojana. Then the emphasis on rural infrastructure is more. Rural infrastructure is more, and it will have 25 different types of public works to create infrastructure, boost livelihood opportunities in rural areas, and designated in the campaign. So mainly it deals with the infrastructure development and the livelihood. So see, when you construct an infrastructure, there is both the things. An employment opportunity, the unemployment problem is also reduced and the employment is also generated. So that is how livelihood livelihood of the person will also get improved. So the public works under the Abhiyan are rural housing for the poor, good. Awas Yojana, you can actually take that as an example. Rural housing for the poor, provisions of drinking water to Jal Jeevan Mission, Panchayat Bhavans, community toilets, rural mandis, rural roads, and other infrastructures like cattle sheds, Anganwadi Bhavans, etc., like the police stations or the Nemmadi Kendras. There are many rural infrastructural opportunities to improve the livelihood of the people. So that is how Garib Rozgar Yojana gives a stimulus to the people to work on the high speed and cheap internet is also provided to the rural household people, and the laying fiber cables of internet was also part of the campaign. So this is how the livelihood of the people, lives of the people are improved, and the economy is also been improved through improving the rural infrastructural management. So this becomes a completely detail about how salient features of Garib Rozgar Kalyan Yojana. So this becomes the end of our video. So by this I could conclude that PM Swanidhi, our first scheme, and the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Yojana basically defines the economic stimulus after the effects of COVID-19. After the effects of COVID-19, how economic stimulus should encourage the people to improve the conditions of their life. As the second wave is also going on, we need more such important schemes to come up and improve the lives of the people. So that is how June 2020 becomes a very much important month for the revision of current affairs. So in that part, schemes in news is also an important part. So that is why these two schemes becomes important for our revision. Make short notes on them and have a deeper understanding of that. So whenever such questions are put up in mains or prelims, you will be in a position to answer them. So this becomes my end of my video, and for further current affairs videos, for further infographics, for daily current affairs video, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Believers IS Academy, and you can also log on to our website believersis.com and get the complete daily online material for every subject: history, economy, polity, everything is available in the website. So you can have a great look of it, and you can also follow us on our social media platforms like Believers IS Academy. You can search Believers IS Academy in all the platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are everywhere available, and every daily current affairs updates are put up in our social media portals. So that is how. Please subscribe to Believers IS Academy and avail all the online facilities in this kind of lockdown. And a scholarship test has also been put up today, so you can have a look at that also and avail all the admissions, foundational courses, interview guidance for the upcoming exams. So I conclude by this, and thank you. I wait for more such videos. Thank you.